The Royals last won in 85. Most of this team was not alive pre-iPhone. The uniforms were baby blue. And topping the charts was a band called Aha. And the players were Charlie Lee, Brent Quisenberry pitched, George Brett, Frank White, Saber Haber, Cook, Bianca Lana, and Gubigza. Now they got Hosmer, Zopris, Hochevar, Cueto, Escobar, Ventura, and a bunch of other players that I don't know. Where's Christian Cologne? I don't know any Royals. Are they still in KC? Is Whitey Herzog still there? He's chubby with white hair. I don't know any Royals. But I'll grab a beer and watch. Oh, and I'll cheer for what's his face and that guy there. The box score starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Collins for box score.
Hello and welcome to a very spooky box score. This is a brain, which you probably don't need to watch this show. And of course, we have a bubbling cauldron of goulash and chili, which I think that fat woman in the open ate a bunch of. I am, of course, your host, call sign Ice Cream Man, but unlike an ice cream sandwich, I did not fit so easily into this suit. I am joined, of course, by the Danettes out in Milford, Connecticut. Yes.
Brock, are you in a movie called Top Gut?
Wow.
Well, perhaps I am. And just so you know, it is a little bit below the flight deck here, but this is, of course, a coverall, and there is a lifting and separating, and it tain't all that comfortable. That's all I'll say.
Well played.
All right.
Yeah.
So back to you, gentlemen, out there in Milford, Connecticut. The Halloween spirit, it took a little bit to get out there because you may have to cover a serious story, but that never happens here on the box score. So McLovin, what took you so long to get in your costume?
We were having the Kirk Cousins jersey shipped in, and we priority overnighted it on Wednesday. For some reason, it didn't ship till Thursday. So me and a couple of guys in the back had all these contingency plans where we would drive to the FedEx warehouse, but only one person could sign for it there. You have no idea. We went through all these plans because it really wouldn't have worked without this jersey. It would have been nothing. There was zero.
Yeah, it's like literally the most important part of your costume.
Yeah, and like I'd say of my duties here at the Dan Patrick Show, which, running the website, researching, I'd say coming up with a Halloween costume is number one. I'd say that's really what I do.
That was the most important thing you had to do.
Yeah, this year. I'd say this year. Honestly, do you remember anything I did on the first 6 years of the show other than when I just with McEnroe?
Videos that you've made, your outfits for the opens.
Yeah.
Do, remember the Miami one?
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
The Super Bowl open.
Yeah, I go to that all the time.
Yeah.
It's all costumes.
Well, what I do.
Thankfully, the costume got there because we were treated to this little gem.
Here he is.
You like that? You like that?
The Kirk Cousins.
You like that? You like that?
Here he comes
You
again.
like that? You like that?
Okay. Kirk Cousins. Yeah, one more time.
You like that? You like that?
All right, that's well done. Probably going to do it one more time here. All right, thank you, McLovin.
Attaboy, Andrew.
Yeah, McLovin is Kirk Cousins. Yes, Fritzy?
Do we have a better or worse chance of getting Kirk Cousins on after that scene?
Oh, who cares?
I love the enthusiasm, the intensity, the inflection. He was able to do it exactly the same way 4 times in a row before he finally took a bow. It was very entertaining. I liked the hustle by the back row guys and McLovin himself, making sure that Kirk Cousins' jersey came in time, and it was great. He sold it really well. It was a lot of fun. I was
always clear that I was trying to be a Vine. That was my little extra smart twist, a little new age. I'm hip with the kids. I can be a Vine.
Yeah, it was like watching a real life
Vine.
The GIF or GIF or whatever you say.
It just
keeps going over and over again. It was like a real life version of that.
I talked to the production guys. I'm like, can we somehow in real time have me repeat, like film it once and have it repeat? They're like, why don't you just walk back and forth through time? Yeah, that sounds more like the Dan Patrick Show.
That is the Dan Patrick. Instead of putting any production into it, we'll just walk back and forth a lot.
Technical confusion.
All right, on to a quarterback who's having a slightly better season than Mr. Cousins, Tom Brady. The Pats dispatched the Dolphins last night to remain undefeated. Seat, are you concerned at all about this talk of 16-0 surrounding the Patriots?
Concerned? No, I mean, I don't think it's very likely that they go 16-0. I don't know that it'd necessarily be a good thing if they went 16-0 either. There's all those, ghosts of 2007 floating around and Eli waiting out there. So it would be pretty awesome though if they did, because the Revengeance tour so far has been outstanding.
Well, Dan doesn't buy that Vengeance tour motivation thing.
That's okay.
I still buy it. I think it's
absolutely.
They're out there to
Robert
kill
Kraft
people.
said yesterday it was like one of the most satisfying things he's ever done was hang a loss on the Colts. Yeah, they're just not saying it to everybody else, but absolutely they just want to stomp.
I think they let the Jets hang around a little bit just so they could break their heart at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, well, you guys got a surprise call from Patriots superfan Mark Wahlberg. Say hello to your mother for me. And he told the boss that he had a tough time trying to catch the game last night.
In a movie theater with my wife. It's our Thursday night's our date night, and I was like, babe, we got to go. I kept trying to get her to go to a 2 o'clock movie. She was like, why do you want to go to a 2 o'clock movie? We never get to go out. I didn't want to tell her the game was on, so I was basically watching it on my phone during the movie, and she kept trying to snatch it. And then I said, you know what, this movie's not good. I don't want to say the name of the movie because it's a friend's movie. We walked out, and I was able to get home for the second half.
Two things there that are really awesome, okay? One, Mark Wahlberg went to his buddy's movie and didn't like it so much that he walked out. That's awesome.
The most honest thing you'll probably ever hear.
Oh, absolutely. Because I tell you, if any of my friends made a movie, no matter how bad it was, I would have stuck it out and been like, that was amazing, you made a movie! That's so great. And he's like, babe, let's get the hell out of here. There's a football game.
Oh.
Now, the other thing that's interesting that Paulie noticed was that even Mark Wahlberg can't get out of like, hey, you know what? There's a Patriots game on tonight. Let's just go do this. And like, no. It's date night, and you're going out. You're taking me to the movies because that's what we do on Thursdays. Even Mark Wahlberg doesn't have that sort of
that in a
freedom.
nutshell. I'm assuming Mark Wahlberg makes a really good living and probably spent a lot of money on a fantastic home for his wife and family. Mm-hmm. He gives them lavishes them with gifts and jets and all this kind of stuff. But you know what? He's just like every other husband. Bill Gates wants to go, watch something. And his wife's like, we got to do this right now. And he knows, like, no matter how much money you have, if you have a upset wife, your life is miserable.
Yeah,
that's
Melinda Gates.
In a nutshell. And that's, you know what I'm talking about, Brock.
No.
Yeah, Melinda Gates under all that beauty. I mean, it was a real ball buster. All right, well, coming up, the Sports Jeopardy crew paid a visit to the man cave. The boys were stumped, of course. But maybe they should have tested them on this, the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Can you tell me something about this? Yeah, any boat can tow a boat, haul a trailer, or climb a hill, but not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck in the nation. That's for sure. I think I just leaked some Eco Diesel here. Guts, glory, Ram. Very uncomfortable. All right. We are back here in the box score. The Sports Jeopardy crew made its way out to Milford to get the guys ready for their turn on the show. But before they challenged the Danettes to see which three would earn spots, they gave them a little written test. Fritzy, were you purposefully tanking that quiz to get next to Dan's co-host?
Part of me would not have minded being the announcer, but I was genuinely trying, and I don't know, we didn't get our grades back, and they didn't want to embarrass at least me with getting out of 30 questions. Maybe I got 12, 13 right, maybe half of them. But it was a no-lose situation because either way, you're either one of the three contestants with the other guys, which is fun, or worst-case scenario, like you said, you're hanging out with a lovely lady and doing some co-announcing, which isn't a bad thing that Seton will be heavily engaged in.
Yeah, could have been Rod Roddy on The Price is Right, but you'll get her. All right, you guys gave your announcer voices some practice, and it looks like there's some hidden talent in there.
This snarky producer says C's get degrees from Southern Illinois University. Here's Paul Babs.
This unlikable jackass can work Walter Payton in any conversation. Let's bring him up.
He's got a 70s porn mustache. Say hello to Paul Babs. He thinks he looks like Clive Owen. And he loves to do this. say hello to Andrew the Pearl McLovin Perloff.
This pervy producer likes his family and Cinemax not in that order. Here's Todd Fritz.
When we're on the road, he's in his hotel room, naked. Say hello to Todd Fritz.
I wear socks.
Oh, he wears socks.
And sometimes a headband.
Yeah, I cringe to think of what the introductions are going to be. I hope we'll keep it somewhat clean. I'm able to. I'd like to think we could all laugh at ourselves and play along, but that was very good there. I'm a little concerned about what's going to go down next Thursday at the Sony lot when we're actually doing this, as far as what the introduction is going to be. When I've done mock headlines that were questionable, Paulie, would take his teacher red marker out and X the ones that were not allowed on the air. But if Paulie's going to actually be the one involved, or at least partially involved in putting these intros together, I don't know who his senior editor is that will okay or disapprove of anything he may put down. But
well, I've written a few of these already in my head, and I made sure that I took a shot at myself as strong or stronger than anybody else, so it wouldn't seem like, hey, this guy is a great producer. Here's Paul Pass. That would be like the worst thing I could do. You better make fun of myself first. But I'm going to hand them off to Seton. So if Seton does have final editorial control, so if I take it easy on someone or go too harsh on someone, he gets final call because he will be the announcer.
You guys did have a little practice today. Let's take a look back at it.
Adrian Dantley's 4 and Mark Eaton's 53 were retired by this team.
And let's go back to McLovin.
Who is the Utah Jazz?
Yes. It's a silly name, McLovin, but it's correct.
Okay. Do you like that, by the way? Do you like that? Where?
Arizona State's Lafayette Lever had this 3-letter nickname.
Fritzy.
What is fat?
Not you anymore. Not you anymore, darling. Look at you, Fritzy. Fat. Fritzy looks good. Go, Fritzy.
I see what you did.
Before Floyd Mayweather came him, the first man to win the heavyweight boxing title twice.
McLovin.
Oh, man. Who is Floyd Patterson?
Yes!
You like that? You like that?
This book reveals a hidden tribe, super athletes, and the greatest race the world has never seen.
What is it, Guinness Book of World Records?
No. Think Bruce Springsteen.
What is Born to Run?
You're not allowed. So what I would do if I were Paulie and Fritzy's, I'd ring in and give the right answer that McLovin just told you. Paulie.
What is Born to Run, please?
Very good.
That's it.
Played very well.
All right.
Good job.
Do we have a tabulation here on who
No,
won?
we didn't keep score, but they did really well.
There's a lot going on there. I'll tell you, it's not like an out-of-body experience. It's actually a tunnel vision. I was not hearing a lot of what was going on around me. I was really locked in on the word of every question, and I was hitting my button way too early. And if you saw, I was like, you see me keep looking down, and I'm starting to get like flustered internally. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Wait till they tell you. Wait till the question's read, then press your button. I got a couple answers right later, but it's intense in a weird way, like a game show way, not like a physical way.
Is there anything more frustrating than when you know the answer and you hit it too early?
Nothing on earth is
and you
more
have to hear what the other guy. And by the way,
I'd rather crash my car today than miss a question in Sports Jeopardy by pressing and someone else.
Especially when you're convinced that you buzzed in first, you think that there's some kind of technical problem. Is my thing not plugged in?
Like if you saw me, I thought I pressed in first because I had McLovin just in the corner of my eye, and I thought I beat you. She goes, I'm giving this one to McLovin. I heard giving him. I almost jumped out of my skin. I'm giving, and you saw my competitive nature.
Paulie asks afterwards, so you think we should go back to the tape and score how we did? Not that Paulie's competitive.
I thought it was computerized, that like the light shows up on the screen. It's not like them using the human eye to try
I feel
to
like she wanted to get everybody involved today. Because Paulie, she said, Paulie, don't hit it early. Then the next one I hear Paulie like 5 minutes early.
You know what though? They did give us enough though in that we know that Andrew finished first on the test and Paul came in second. That's enough to stoke that sort of competitive.
Yeah, I think I only got 4 wrong on the whole test, and I didn't even know I had 4 wrong.
Yeah, I probably had about 8 or 9 wrong, I think, on the test. I didn't do very well. I thought my speed was pretty good on the Jeopardy there, and I thought I came in strong late. I don't know if you added the score. I think Andrew and I were real close. Yeah. Fritzy had some good money, too. You would have been right in there, because, like, Fritzy, you don't need to win the first 2 rounds to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, let's say Andrew and I had 6,000. Andrew had 6,000, I had 5,800. And Fritzy has 3,000. And you bet nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? betting nothing or betting
nothing.
I got, for lack of a better word, flustered in that when we were discussing the answers to the written test before we even played, and I'm like, ones that I thought maybe I had right, I just realized that I thought maybe I got 5 or 6 wrong, and then it sounded like it was more like 12 or 13 wrong on the written test. I'm like,
it really,
oh my
you know, the
God.
whole thing can turn on your bet for Final Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Again, let's say it's a real tough question.
Right,
You and I bet all our money because we don't want to lose because of the money. We have confidence in our answer.
You put it all in, whatever you
Fritzy,
got.
you could have no idea, but you could say zero. All of a sudden you won.
And the I-team out here is telling me that we have a score, and it's 0 time left in this segment. So, oh, and by the way, practice doesn't count anyway. Practice. All right, stick around. Fritzy's Halloween names normally kill on the DP show, but today they'll kill on the box score. The box score presents great moments in DP show history.
Wolverine. I know what you're thinking. When did we hire Hugh Jackman?
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show History. Yeah, was that Hugh Jackman from the Tonys or the X-Men? I can't tell. All right, well, that was the Wheel of Punishment, and it can bring so much joy to the world. And it did that and more when Seton had to dress up as Wolverine for Halloween that year. Seton, do you still have that costume, or at least the claws?
Yeah, although I'm pretty sure at this point my son has broken the claws. And the muscles and stuff like that are somewhere else too, yeah.
Those are natural?
I mean, the muscles are right here under
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, American Steel there, baby. Well, the pranks never get old on All Hallows Eve, as the guys decided to play a prank on their favorite victim yesterday, Todd Fritz.
In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I did not see that one coming, and I'm usually oblivious anyway to these things. I was knocking lights down yesterday. I didn't know that they were all going to decide, hey, let's all not yell, and then Fritz will just be the only moron screaming and looking ridiculous. But busted.
Because the idea was they asked us to shoot something for the open, and they said, all right, all of you guys look up here to this spot on the wall and act like you're really scared and start screaming and all of that stuff. And Paul, never missing an opportunity, said, don't scream.
I had to pull McLovin's head away from your head, Fritzy. Don't scream, don't scream. And McLovin, I didn't think got me for a second. I was like, well, either way, 2 people are.
And as sad as, I'm going to share something, as sad as that is that they think they pulled a prank on me, I'll take it one even dumber. I was proud of myself for following the rules and like thinking, wow, I'm the only one that remembered to scream, and these guys just decided to stand there. They're actually playing a joke on me, and they knew full well they were supposed to scream. I'm like, wow, I'm like the good student, like I screamed, and they all forgot.
I'm the only one who remembered.
Like they're also like, oh, now.
What was that thing we were supposed to do? Oh, scream. Damn, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not very street.
No, Fritzy, you are a mensch, my son. You are a mensch. All right, now Fritzy normally gets the last laugh every year as he drops his Halloween-themed sports names on you, and this year we decided to turn it into some box score fun. A little something we call Fritzy's Halloween Name Whore. I think, something like that. All right, here's how it works. I give you a clue. All you have to do is tell us which Halloween-named athlete or team it is. It's row versus row. So let's do this. First up is the front row. The Hall of Fame defensive end once had a streak of 201 consecutive games played, during which he played an entire postseason with a broken leg.
Who is Jack Youngblood?
Nice.
Is it Jack Youngblood?
Oh.
Here's Danny.
Nicely done.
Yeah, shiny.
To the back row. The lineup hit a combined 151 home runs, scoring 975 runs to earn one deadly nickname.
Yeah.
That would have to be Murderer's Row.
Is it Murderer's Row?
Here's Danny.
One more for the front row. This ferocious defense's front four led its team to 3 Super Bowl appearances over a 4-year span and went by which nickname?
The Fearsome Foursome.
Is it the Fearsome Foursome?
No?
I'm
Doomsday
sorry,
defense.
we were
Ah.
looking for the one-eyed,
Doomsday.
one-horned, flying purple people eaters.
Oh.
All right. Last one is for the back row. This MLB slugger
You just
played
did
for
that so we could get
9
the wrong graphic.
different teams. The graphics guys, damn it! This MLB slugger played for 9 different teams over a 14-year career, winning a World Series with the '92 Blue Jays.
Mike Halloween.
Offensive player who played for 9 different
Jim
teams.
Candy Corn.
92.
Jeez, that's tough.
Well, we know that team.
John Candelaria.
Paul Molitor doesn't have a
that's
scary
You can do
Joe
John
Clark.
Candle.
Snickers Johnson.
This is going to bother me a lot. That's
Yeah.
supposed to be our wheelhouse. Reminded.
Yeah, this is your wheelhouse.
Yeah, but I'm more
dude.
85, 6 Astros. This is 92 Blue Jays.
Hank Tree.
92. Denny.
Jim Reaper.
John Reed.
Oh, it's definitely Jim Steve.
Dave Steve.
Dave Steve.
Wife was
Larry
Larry, but what's a
Steve. Just say it. Just say Steve.
Dave Steve.
One more time, please.
Dave Steve.
We're gonna go with somebody Steve.
Was it somebody Steve? No.
Oh, this is going to piss us off. Why don't I know that?
We said his
Andy
name.
Maldonado.
Candy
We said his name
Maldonado is who we were
4
looking
times.
for.
I didn't believe it. Candy Maldonado.
Dude, Fritzy.
That's one of your top.
One of your go-tos.
In 2003, your
I didn't even
horrendous
remember, I
list
didn't even
of
remember Candy
athletes' names.
Maldonado was on the Blue Jays.
Candy was your first one in 03.
Yeah,
All
Candy
right,
Maldonado, John
congratulations
Candy
to both rows. You are both very spooky today.
Just waiting for galloping.
All right, don't go away. The horror doesn't stop with Fritzy's Halloween names. It goes all the way to Sunday. But first, this is the box score, and we're taking a break to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, is going to show up to your Halloween party dressed just like that because it's badass. That's why. He's going to eat all your food, drink all your beer, and leave because he kicks ass. Guts. Glory. Ram. You can forget the very scary Laura toilet paper your house. All right, enough with the names. We're closing up shop here. After America is done trick-or-treating Saturday night, they'll spend the day Sunday feasting on a heaping helping of NFL action, which caps off Sunday night's Packers and Broncos showdown. So let's set the table this week as we continue the Danettes' favorite pastime.
The Danette Football Night in America Challenge.
All right, it is a battle of the unbeatens going toe-to-toe at Mile High Stadium. The Green Bay Packers are taking on the Denver Broncos. Fritzy, are these Zubaz pants Febrezed and pressed?
They are Febrezed, they are pressed, they are ready to go on my naked skin.
Fritzy, during Halloween, if you see kids toilet paper in your house, do you admonish them and really tell them what they're wasting?
I try to explain to them, it's like there are people that go to the bathroom a lot more, and you may not appreciate it now, but as you get older, maybe you still go down to a half a roll or a fourth of a roll.
Maybe that's actually their way of giving.
Or just,
so, like, I know this guy goes a lot.
leave the
So
roll
it's
as
all
the
this
kid.
toilet
That's a good
paper.
point. Like, if some kids toilet paper your house, you're like, thank you, I'm going to roll both plies up.
Like, wow, you really
I'd
just
rather
helped me
them
out
just,
there.
I'd rather give them candy and then they could just give me the full roll
Fair enough.
without having to pull it
So
down.
instead of collecting candy, you collect toilet paper now?
You know what? That's for some people. That's a special thing.
2 plies.
All right.
It adds up. It costs.
Okay, we want to
Unless
know
you have a
who's
coupon, but still.
a
that's saving it.
coupon.
Sorry.
Okay, we want to know who's coming out with
Like
a
Cottonelle.
flawless
I like the
record still
Cottonelle.
intact. And since we've missed a few weeks, we are upping the ante. So you have to tell us who wins for a full 3 points, and we'll tack on 2 bonus points for closest to the hole on the total points scored in the game. So Todd, Fritz, start us off.
Okay, so what's the question again? I was
Who
thinking
wins
about
again?
total
Who wins?
points.
Packers, Broncos,
The Denver
total.
Broncos. The Denver Broncos will win in total points for both teams.
Yes.
Will be 48.
Seton, who you got?
The Packers are going to win. And the total points will be 55.
All right, that moves us to McLovin, please.
I'm going to go Packers 41. No, Packers 42.
Paulie, what do you say?
Packers, 44 points. Packers win, 44 points combined.
I am going to take the Green Bay Packers and say it is 36 points for whatever
Low
reason.
scoring affair. Low scoring affair.
Yeah, all right. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
21-17 type game. Tomorrow, I hope to have my weekend off. I kid. Tomorrow's Saturday. Monday.
Monday. What the hell am I thinking?
Work in progress Monday.
Yeah, right now it's a work in progress. We're supposed to hear from the Sprint Cup, Martinsville, chaser the Sprint Cup champion of that particular race. And we may hear from LeVar Arrington of the NFL Network, which is not confirmed. And over the weekend, I'll probably make them crazy with 1,000 emails while we try to figure out who to have on the show Monday.
Thanks. I lost my mind there for a second. The coveralls, I said, with the lifting and the splitting, very uncomfortable. All right, we're back Monday or Tuesday, sometime like that. It's next week. That's all you need to know. Have fun trick-or-treating out there, kids. Don't take any apples. They always have razor blades in them. Cheers.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees. Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!